Won't you fly free, Irv? And I hope they do. I hope the Vikings do free Irv Smith Jr. in year two. The Vikings went full BPA last year in the draft second round, 2019, when they brought home the pride of Alabama, tight end Irv Smith Jr. Stud. I was really excited to get him. Widely regarded as the tight end 3 in the draft behind Iowa's T.J. Hockenson and Noah Fant. You would think that with Fant and Hockenson and Wirfs and just all the talent they had, that Nate Stanley would have won more games. But whatever. But Irv Smith just was absolute yards after catch monster, seam monster for the Bama Crimson Tide and Tua Tagovailoa. That just really did come up together in 2018, and I was excited. But we did temper expectations. I mean, Vikings still had Kyle Rudolph, who had himself a career year. Plus, they extended Rudy right after they drafted Irv just to salve some of those wounds in case he was butthurt. But also the learning curve of rookie tight ends is pretty steep coming into the NFL. Plus, if you've ever played fantasy football, you know one of the golden rules: don't draft a rookie tight end because he's probably going to suck. But overall, Irv just did have a nice rookie season, and I think one of the reasons why the Vikings didn't go insane adding wide receivers in the draft beyond Justin Jefferson, wait till the 5th round in a historically deep wide receiver class before they took KJ Osborne, is that I think they do see Irv in year 2 as that hybrid tight end, as that move tight end, as that joker, etc. And I think he really could bang it out in year 2. So I'm excited to see what 84 brings to the table. So background on Irv, in case you didn't know, 6'2" and 3/8 inch. 3/8 inch is really important, trust me. 241-pound junior from Alabama. Was a 3-star recruit coming out of Nowlands. That's why it is really cool. The first preseason game was down in New Orleans, and then wild card game down in NOLA, getting the win down there. It was great. Father Irv Smith Sr. Was a first-round pick in 1993. Out of Notre Dame, played for the Saints, Niners, and Browns. Basically, Irv at Alabama was a one-year wonder. True freshman year behind O.J. Howard. Stepped up a little bit as a sophomore, but 2018, true junior, 44 catches, 710 yards, 7 touchdowns. Second team All-SEC, behind only Jay Sternberger from Texas A&M. I forgot how much I loved Sternberger in the draft process. It went a full round after Irv, but also he's a Packer now, so he's dead to me, so whatever. Combine-wise, I mean, I forgot like how absolutely pedestrian Irv was at the combine. But of course, that's why we always say take the combine with a grain of salt. It has nice straight line speed, but agility, explosive drills, size wise, just not a lot there. But Duke could just play. I mean, absolutely could. He doesn't check the boxes when it comes to all the combine drills, but Duke could absolutely just play. Vikings got him in the second round. I was really excited and had himself a nice rookie year. 36 catches, 311 yards, 2 touchdowns, 47 targets, and his blocking was ahead of the curve. That was one of the concerns coming in. Could he, at his size, be a consistent inline blocker in the NFL? And I think he's ahead of where a lot of people projected him to be. As well as Irv, he did play significant snaps for the Vikings last year. Played 684 of the Vikings' 1,024 offensive snaps, 66.8%, which is roughly 2/3. Actually, it is 2/3. I'm good at math. Also, location-wise, they moved all over the place. So, inline tight end, 425 snaps, 62.1%. Slot, he played 188 snaps, massively increased when Thielen was out this couple weeks in the middle of the season. Wide, they put him out 68 snaps, which is 9.9% of his snaps, as well as a couple at that H-back, fullback position. So, obviously, they do see Irv as more than just a traditional tight end. And, yeah, Rudolph being there as more of the traditional inline tight end certainly includes that a lot. But I mean, you look at the Vikings. I mean, they run 2 tight end sets like it's going out of style. Like all this move to the spread offenses, and Vikings are like, hold my beer, I'm going to own the libs here. So the Vikings ran 22. So again, personnel groupings. First number is going to be running backs. Second number is tight ends. And the remainder, subtracted from 5 eligible receivers, is number of wide receivers on the field. So when we say 22 personnel, that's 2 running backs. So Dalvin, Ham, running back, Ham, and then 2 tight ends. So 22 personnel, 12 personnel, and 13 personnel. The Vikings ran those a league-leading 45.3% of their snaps. 464 out of the 1,024, which is just amazing. The Vikings are a very heavy-set team, and we mean that in the most positive way possible. And the Vikings did do a good job using Rudy and Irv on the field at the same time because you can get really good matchups. Something that we talked about last year is that if you run 2 tight ends, generally you're going to see a base defense out there match up against that. And getting Irv on a linebacker, I mean, you'll take that. Or Irv on the strong safety, you will like those matchups a lot. So I think the Vikings do have big plans for Irv Smith in year 2. Obviously, going to stick with the run-first approach, as well as a lot of more heavy personnel. So you're going to see 84 on the field a lot. I think you could find him more outside. You can see him in the slot a lot more because if you look back at Tua and Bama 2018, I think that's where they made a lot of hay. Irv Smith getting a mismatch in the slot or out wide, then all of a sudden Irv Smith middle of the field, down the seam, then just breaking a tackle, which he's phenomenal at as well, and just getting racking and stacking up some yards after catch. I think it's going to be a big part of the Vikings passing game in 2020. So I'm excited to see what Irv Smith Jr. can do in year 2. But your thoughts, Irv? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. If you want to support the work, pull us on the Venmo. Please give us a follow on social media as well. Until next time, Skol, production value.